Díodí Vahananya, is Masha Gemma Ivrali. I'm the Aontú representative for East Derry. Quite recently I have spoken to a few local constituents, and like yourselves probably in the past 18 months have unfortunately encountered some friends and family who have lost someone to COVID-19. And the line I hear almost every time, heartbreakingly, is we never got to say goodbye. Now, 18 months ago, there was very little evidence, very little research to go by. And as heartbreaking as the restrictions were, which stopped the deceased returning to their home for the traditional wake, or which also stopped the family being able to view their deceased, their loved one, and say goodbye, were probably in hindsight understandable when we didn't know what to expect. The evidence, however, now shows, as quoted by the HSE in the Republic, that the evidence has demonstrated and confirmed that there are no reports of transmission between the living and the dead. The transmission is simply between the living alone. That includes the personnel who also were involved there, the embalmers and the autopsy people. So the evidence is there. England, Scotland, Wales and the Republic have followed that evidence. Those families can now view their deceased. They can now say goodbye. The immediate families can now say goodbye to their loved ones. Here in the north, no, they are not permitted to say goodbye. We simply cannot understand this, and we in Aontú have written to the Director of Public Health, Mr. Best. We have written to the Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Michael McBride, and we urge you to please reconsider these conditions. When everyone around us can say goodbye to their loved ones, why can't we in the north? If there is evidence to support this, by all means supply us with that evidence and it will make sense. Funeral directors are under huge pressure at the minute. They are having to continuously deny that goodbye to loved ones whose hearts are breaking. They have had to do this now for 18 months. I have spoken to local funeral directors here. They are 100% in agreement that transmission must be stopped between the living, and that means, unfortunately, where numbers would be restricted, the wake for a person who has died of COVID, they suggest that person would rest with the funeral home, so therefore it's controllable. But there is no reason that we can see at the minute why the immediate family of those people cannot view their deceased and say goodbye. We ask again, we urge those in charge to please reconsider this decision, give our loved ones the goodbye they deserve, and give the families who have lost so much and never got to say goodbye that small consolation where they know other families do not have to endure that same pain. Gura mila mai agah.